Welcome into this quick video where I'm going to introduce you to my Expand tapping method and walk you through the tapping points. So if you're new in my world, my name is Jocelyn. I am a tapping and business coach for visionary women who are here to do life and business differently. I was first introduced to tapping in 2017 with my friend Jackie McDonald. It has helped me to quantum leap my life in multiple ways, multiple times, including moving from government housing as a single mom to two little kids to Costa Rica alone. So, tapping is an incredible tool that most people only use for healing. But I've created my own tapping method because honestly, I was tired of looking for things that were wrong with me in order to be able to tap. So, with my expand method, we don't have to. So, I'm going to share more about my expand method with you in a second here. But first, let's talk about what is EFT tapping. So EFT is quickly becoming mainstream, and I love this so much. It is emotional freedom technique. So we are tapping on energy meridians on the body, and we're using our voice to free stuck emotions, beliefs, ideas, information from our quantum field. So remember that historically, even in some parts of the world today, women are not allowed to freely use their voice. So doing this work is potentially healing generational suppression and trauma. This is huge. So, tapping speaks directly to the subconscious mind, which is where our truth lives, right? Our deep rooted beliefs that shape us and our reality, the way that we see the world. So, since we create, we perceive, and manifest from our subconscious beliefs, this is very, very important because if we want to change our results, our 3D reality, we must change our subconscious beliefs. So, this is what we can do with tapping. So, not only is it an incredible tool to support us in regulating and calming the nervous system as well, and healing our bodies, bringing us back to a state of homeostasis, engaging the parasympathetic nervous system so we can heal, so that we can be in a state where we can actually access our true potential. So we can think clearly when we are in that calm state. We can dream. We're not just thinking, how can I survive? Like when we are in a sympathetic state. Okay. So we're able to dream of ideas even outside of our 3D reality. So tapping is also a tool we can use to expand our nervous system. This is specifically what my expand method does. It helps us to expand our capacity to perceive, receive, and hold more by reprogramming our subconscious beliefs and expanding what we believe is possible. And then aligning our elevated frequency to our desires and our actions. Pretty cool, right? So this is how quantum manifestation takes place. So let me introduce you to my method, the expand method. There are three parts. So the first one is venting and processing. Then we move into soothing and healing, and then activating and expanding. So first, with our venting and processing, we build awareness. We become aware of our current beliefs. We bless them, we forgive ourselves and everyone involved, and we release them with love. We vent them and we process them. We release them from our quantum field. Okay, then we remind ourselves with our soothing and healing that we are safe. We cultivate gratitude, quantum gratitude. We heal our inner child, and we really soothe and heal the nervous system. It's from there that then we can activate and we can expand. Okay, so this is where we start to introduce new ideas and information into our subconscious mind and awareness as we begin to expand our identity from the inside out. Okay, so as you are tapping, it is normal to feel emotional. It is normal to shed some tears or even cry, right? We're doing very deep work. We are moving a lot of energy. So you might notice that you have the urge to yawn or sneeze or do other things. This is our nervous system and our body relaxing. And for a lot of people, We don't even know how often or how much of our day is spent in that reactive state, in the sympathetic nervous system, like in that fight or flight, in that basically survival mode, right? Until we start tapping and we start to feel, whoa, wow, I feel so grounded. I feel so calm and relaxed. And this is what happens, right, when we start to tap. Okay, so this is very deep work. You might also notice that as you're tapping and you're using your voice, you might notice some resistance show up. Okay, so this is because tapping speaks to the subconscious mind. Remember, that is where all of our old stories, our beliefs, our programs, our information that we've collected over our entire lifetime, this is where it all lives. So those stories, those beliefs, those programs, those ideas are going to get really loud. And so sometimes they're going to sound really, really convincing and really, really real. Okay. They definitely put up a good fight. So our work is seeing these beliefs, seeing this resistance, seeing, these triggers for what they are. It's old information. It's like our program being challenged. And so it's our work to see them as they are and consciously choose, am I going to continue to believe this? Does this belief serve me and where I'm going and the greater good for all? Right? So we get to choose if we're bringing them with us or not. And tapping helps us to remove them from our quantum field, to release them from our reality. So if you ever feel triggered by anything you say while tapping with me, I want you to notice it. And I want you to even write it down. I call these your golden keys to unlocking your next level. Because if you can really truly see these for what they are and not give your power away to them through listening to them or through reacting to them in any certain way, you can actually begin to release them from your field and access your next level. I call them your golden keys. It's very specific because anything that triggers us, it's a reflection, right? So this is where we can consciously become aware, consciously release it, and access and unlock that next level of awareness, that next level experience, and then in turn manifest everything we're calling in. Okay, so let's talk about tapping. Tapping is very, very easy. It can be practiced anywhere by anyone. Okay, if you're not comfortable tapping in a public place yet, or maybe, I love to tap when I'm walking. You can always just speak the words out, especially for an activation. This is very powerful. Okay, so you can always just speak. You don't always have to tap, of course. Remember, we're tapping on energy meridians in the body. So this is very powerful as well to move this energy and this information out of our system. Okay, so when we're tapping, the pressure is light. It's like tapping a stranger, someone you don't know, on the shoulder. Okay, you can tap with either hand, doesn't matter the speed. You can't really mess it up. Okay, so let me take you through my tapping points. Some activations start right on the top of the head. Some start on the side of the hands. Okay, so it depends really what the intention is with the tapping session or activation. So if it is a venting and processing session where we are addressing and removing blocks, perceived limitations, old information, we want to start on the side of the hands. Okay, if it's purely an activation, we start on the top of the head. Okay, this is like a PowerPoint. Okay, so this is often called the karate chop point or the setup point as well, okay, for venting and processing. All right, so let's move through them together. Do this with me. I want you to tap on the side of the hand to get a good feel for it. Doesn't matter what hand you use. Doesn't matter, remember the speed. Doesn't matter the pressure. Okay, and then we're going to move to the top of the head. You might notice that even just doing this is like a nice release. You just sigh, took a nice deep breath, right? Okay, and then eyebrows. This is more towards like the center of the eyebrows. Okay, side of the eyes. And again, it's more on like the bone, not so much the temples. Under the eyes, again, on the bone. Under the nose. Under the mouth. Collarbones, and this one is more near towards the center of the body. Okay, under the arms. So I'm going to point the camera down a little so you can see. So under the arms is like along the bra line. underneath the arms. Okay. And then under the chest, which is again along the bra line. This is the liver meridian. It's so important. So many people leave this out, but the liver is so good for detoxing and removing stuff from our body. Okay. And then we have lastly the wrists. Okay. So those are the tapping points. The breath is also a very important part of tapping. Okay. So generally speaking, we're going to inhale through the nose. Let's do it together. And then as you exhale, you're going to blow through an imaginary straw, nice and slow. This breath alone is incredible for regulating and calming the nervous system to remind our system that we are safe. Let's do it one more time together. And exhale through the straw. Doesn't that feel nice? Okay. And then lastly, before I let you go, a common question I get is, does it still work if I'm not in a quiet space, seated with my eyes closed, like traditional manifestation, right? Or sorry, meditation, traditional meditation. My answer is absolutely yes, it does work, even if you're not sitting there like a you know guy alone in a cave. Okay. The answer is yes, because I believe that we can access deeper levels of consciousness and awareness no matter what we're doing, whether we're out for a walk, driving our car, playing with our children, writing, dancing, singing, doing art. This is our art, right? Okay, so no matter what we're doing, I believe that we can access different levels, deeper levels of conscious awareness. Okay, so of course, it might be more effective to make that time to find a quiet space so you can be alone. But I have tapped many a time with a child, at least one child on my lap. Okay, and now my children tap with me, which is beautiful. It's beautiful. We are empowering our children with accessible tools literally at the tips of their fingertips that they can use to become emotionally free and empowered. It is not incredible. Okay. So one last suggestion I have is to try tapping in front of a mirror as well. Especially for activations, it's so powerful when you can tap in front of a mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and like boldly claim what you're tapping in. So potent. Okay. So I hope this was helpful, this fast little 101 on the Expand Tapping Method. If you have any questions about my method, you can come over to Instagram at the Jocelyn Dawn. Send me a message. I would love to hear from you. At the time of this recording, I'm in the very early stages of writing a book on my method, as well as creating a certification for leaders who want to learn how to use tapping, specifically my Expand Tapping Method, both in their personal life and their business to expand their perceptions and create their dream realities. So if you want to be the first to know when either of these opportunities is live, just DM me certification over on Instagram to join the waitlist, and you're going to unlock a sweet bonus when you do. Okay, so if you want to try out my Expand Tapping Method, you can check out the description below this video for a free 7-day trial and to my tapping and business membership. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Have a beautiful day and happy tapping.